Welcome to in this video. Today, we will discuss about the OSI model. What is OSI model and how it works? The OSI model, or Open Systems Interconnection model, is a conceptual framework used to understand and standardize the functions of a telecommunication or computing system. It divides the complex process of network communication into 7 distinct layers, each with specific roles. This layering helps in designing and troubleshooting networks by isolating different functions and enabling interoperability between different systems. There are 7 layers of OSI model. Layer 1, Physical Layer Layer 2, Data Link Layer Layer 3, Network Layer Layer 4, Transport Layer Layer 5, Session Layer Layer 6, Presentation Layer Layer 7, Application Layer. Here's a brief overview of each layer, explained with a simple example. Physical Layer is first layer of OSI model, that deals with the physical connection between devices. It defines hardware elements like cables, switches, and the electrical signals used. Example: think of this layer as the actual cables and connectors that link your computer to the router. It's the hardware you physically touch. Data link layer is second layer of OSI model, that manages how data is framed and transmitted over the physical medium. It handles error detection and correction and controls data flow. Example: imagine you're sending a letter through the postal service. The data link layer is like the envelope that addresses and organizes the letter for delivery. In networking, Ethernet and Wi-Fi operate at this layer. Network layer is third layer of OSI model, which determines the best path for data to travel across networks. It handles logical addressing and routing. Example: if you're sending a letter from New York to San Francisco, the network layer decides the best route through various postal hubs. In networking, IP, Internet Protocol, operates at this layer, guiding packets to their destination. Transport layer is fourth layer of OSI model, that ensures complete data transfer between systems. It manages data segmentation, error recovery, and flow control. Example: think of this layer like a courier service that guarantees your letter is delivered in one piece and in order. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, and UDP, User Datagram Protocol, work here, ensuring data packets are properly assembled and error-free. Session layer is fifth layer of OSI model, that manages sessions or connections between applications. It handles the establishment, maintenance, and termination of these connections. Example: if you're on a video call, this layer manages the session, making sure your call stays connected and properly synchronized. Presentation layer is sixth layer of OSI model, that translates data between the application layer and the network format. It handles data encoding, encryption, and compression. Example: imagine this layer as a translator who converts your letter into a language that the recipient understands. It ensures data is in a format that can be properly read and interpreted by the receiving application. Application layer is seventh and last layer of OSI model, that provides network services directly to end-user applications. It is where network applications and services operate. Example: this is like the service you use to read and write your letters, such as email or a web browser. In networking, protocols like HTTP, for web browsing, and SMTP, for email, operate here. Putting it all together, let's consider sending an email. 1. Application layer: you compose an email using an email client, for example, Outlook. 2. Presentation layer: the email is formatted and encrypted if necessary. 3. Session layer: a connection is established with the email server. 4. Transport layer, the email is divided into packets and transmitted to the server, ensuring all parts are correctly sent and reassembled. 5. Network layer, the packets are routed across the internet, finding the best path to the recipient's email server. 6. Data link layer, the packets are framed for transmission over the physical network. 7. Physical layer, the data packets travel through physical cables or wireless signals to reach the recipient's email server. Each layer only interacts with the layers directly above and below it, allowing for modular design and easier troubleshooting.